Hello, S.G.E. So we are going over week 4 of the Enlightenment class to unlearn and relearn. This week we'll be talking about Juju, what people know as Juju, black magic, good magic, white magic, dark magic, the effects, and the rules. Yes, there are rules. And these rules are more than likely what people don't know, because people will tell you, some people will tell you, there's no rules. I make my own rules. And those people are going to be your dark people. There's nothing wrong with people being dark. Everyone has a destiny. Everyone's destiny will not be bright. Some people have come back to serve the karma. Some people have come back and they've messed up so many times that they are living in a world of hell. And we have to know that, and be okay with that. We have to be okay with everyone and who they are. I deal with dark people. I deal with, people that are of the light, because I have to. There's no fear for me when it comes to them. It's just knowing how to deal with them, right? So we have to get that in our head. We can't think that everyone has our best interests at heart. We can't think that everyone is going to tell us the right thing to do, because they're not, okay? Their job is to give energy to the lower vibrational energies that are around here, the lower vibrational spirits. It's their duty. That's what they feed off of. How can you spot these people? They good at spell work, real good at spell work, but their life is a fucking mess. Okay, they can't get it on track. They almost never got their own. It's always something going on. The bigger the energy is, the more they will hide, the things that are always happening in their life, and that's just a part of that. Okay. So there are rules, and because we're dealing with energies to push something in our favor, to make something go in our favor, or to work on our behalf. Okay. So I'm going to also put the laws of Ifa, okay, in here. And the laws of Ifa would help you overall when it comes to rules. There are certain things that the laws of Ifa will spell out for you. And this is like a blanket. It's almost blanket. When you read it, it should be things that you do on a normal basis anyways, right? Now, if you guys take the Do You Believe in Magic course, if you've taken that course, then you would know some of the things that I'm about to say. Okay. Okay. So the different laws. Okay. So there's a hierarchy because everything has order. Okay. So if someone comes to bother you, you have people that their first incantation is, okay, I got you. They're going to respond immediately with Juju sending it back your way. Those are people that are not in tune with their spirit team. Those are people that are generally dark as well. When you are in tune with your Ori and your spirit guides, you're not going to automatically retaliate when someone does something to you. You're going to block them. You're going to protect yourself, but you're not going to automatically retaliate. Now, your spirit guides, that's what they're there for. And they wait on you, and they teach you this lesson to allow them to work in your favor. Like, let us handle it. Let us handle it. You got some people that are miserable. Their life can be at the bottom of the pits of fucking hell. And they still will try to bother you and send stuff your way because they are so obsessed. They become obsessed with your energy. They become obsessed with you. They become obsessed with trying to bring you down. They become obsessed with the fact that this worked for everybody else, but all of a sudden it's not working for you. They become obsessed and it takes over them. And these people are people that really, they know how it goes, because in hindsight, you can go to this person, apologize to this person, get them to accept your apology without telling them exactly what you did, but skate around it. And if they accept your apology, all is forgiven and karma will not hit you. Okay? That's the thing about apologies. All right? So when you look at the origin of apologies, they tell you to do it in school. Someone has intentionally did or said what they wanted to say, but they apologize to smooth the situation over. And I always said apologies don't mean shit, because they really don't, right? You intentionally, tripped me. You intentionally spread lies about me. You intentionally stole my lunch. You intentionally cheated on me. So what does sorry have to do with it? When you accept the person's apology, karma has been forgiven. So for us that know. So when we sit back and be like, karma gonna get this person, da da da. All right, is it? Is it? Really? You don't have to hate somebody, but stop being so quick to accept apologies. One of my favorite lines is, I hear you. So if you've ever apologized to me and I said, I hear you, that's why I say I hear you. So there's a lot of people that know how to get around the rules, and you don't know the rules too far. And, you always got somebody apologize, and then obviously they don't have good intent anyways. Their intent is to continue to be who they are, and continue what they want to do. If someone is continuously apologizing because there's no change behavior, they're not sorry that they did it. They're sorry that they keep getting caught. Keep that in mind. When you allow your spirit guides to handle it, you can see that they can handle it far greater than you. Sometimes people are very protected, especially if they are and have been dealing with the lower vibrational or the dark energies for a long time. They're very well protected. So these particular individuals, they feel like they can hide behind what it is, but still do what they got to do. And your spirit guides will let you know when it's time for you to move. Because if your spirit guides is moving and then they constantly still retaliate on you, trust me, your spirit guides will let you get them. If you have the ashe, your spirit guides will allow you to do them. That leads me to the next statement, that anything that I do, whether I'm clearing y'all energy, whether I'm backing somebody off of you, putting down protection over you, in a case of Juju, I am going to have permission. So we don't just jump up because I'm not hiding myself, right? So if I'm working on your behalf, doing some cleansing, some blocking, some removal, I'm going to go ask permission, because I know that you are not as versed as me to handle the spiritual energy that's going to come with that. I don't hide myself. I get permission. As long as I get permission, those energies aren't allowed to, they're going to have my back when it comes to those energies. What people generally do is they throw a rock and hide their hand. So when they actually get your money to be able to, when they get the money to do something for you, they hide themselves. And for the most part, depending on where you are, if they hide themselves, you can't see who's doing it, but see who's actually doing it. But what they will show is you. They'll show your face. Juju has a print, has a soul print, like a fingerprint. We can go right to who the hell did it. Trust me. It just depends on the ashe and where you are. If you're not versed enough, then you won't know who sent it to you. And this is why I don't hide myself, because I do good deeds. I'm not out here trying to take anybody up through there. And if I take you up through there, I'm still gonna let you see who I am, because it's gonna be warranted. I'm coming with us. I'm coming with my soldiers. So you always wanna pray, so to speak. That's how I will put it to you. There's other measures that, of course, you guys aren't. I'm not gonna explain to you, but what I would tell you, like, before you pick up a red and black candle to do a return to sender or whatever, pray about it and make sure that you can. And it's important, because you can say, oh, well, I feel like this person did me wrong, and you go to send something back to this person and it's not warranted. Guess where it's going to do? Bling, come right back to your ass. Even though they did you wrong, y'all be thinking that somebody still, people think that somebody's still doing something to them, but you've done a return to sender, or you've done something that wasn't warranted or that was half-assed, right? Cool. Okay. We don't, I don't teach love spells. You should love yourself enough and work on yourself to where the person's going to automatically want to come into you. You have to have the discernment to be able to choose the right partner. And if you did not have the discernment at the time, you should always be working on yourself to be a better version of yourself, so that you can attract the right partner that you can realize when it's your time to leave. Everyone has free will. You can be in your head and be like, well, we was working, but she took them from me, so I want to take them back. That's bullshit. If somebody left from around you under the pretense of juju or black magic, it's because they wanted to leave. Here's why. A person has to have some type of energy or feelings towards someone in order for their spell work to work in love magic. So if this person was able to do some juju and take somebody from you, it's because he was really into them. He put himself, or she put herself, in a position to be taken from you. And that's the accountability piece that people don't want to pay attention to. You can have all the love in the world for somebody, but people can love, obviously, other people. And that's why it worked. You can't just say, well, I don't like him, so I'm going to take him, man, a woman, or whatever. And you go do juju to take him, man. You can't take somebody's shit that ain't into you, that don't want you. And so I think it's a lot of chaos and confusion on love spells. This is why it's important for you and your partner to be real with each other and not fuck around out here in the streets, because there's so many people using juju, and now you done caught up with somebody and you like, okay, I'm in this situation, I'm married, I've been with this person for whatever, and for some odd reason, like, I just something different about this person versus that person, and you don't know what you're gonna get yourself caught up in. But the one thing that you want to do is be mindful of a person's free will, okay? Always be mindful of a person's free will. Never, ever, ever overstep those boundaries. That's why I don't teach love spells, okay? Self-love, but not love. Juju, you got earth magic, you got water magic, you got fire magic. You have to be versed, and you have to find out which one works best for you. The only way for you to find out is if you practice it. And so you won't know which one is your fastest or which one is the most solid. You could do, candle magic and it worked for you, but it don't stick. You could do water magic and it works for you and it sticks. You have longer results. You have to figure out what works for you by practicing, by being consistent, and by finding your way, when it comes to that. Now, there's combative things that you can do for Juju, and there are things that you can do to protect you. One is the home protection. By now, you've seen a older video I did on the home protection. There's others. I do offer home protection where I give you the supplies you need, walk you through it, and I do the incantations and pray while we're on video call. It's 100. But I'd be like, do what you can. And I do spell word reversals, and that's $333. That don't change. But there's several different types of ways to combat it. One, if you feel like you're under a spell or under some type of juju and things aren't right and there's blockages, the first thing is Akushe. Akushe is Ifa medicine. Akushe comes in soap form, comes in powder form, okay? And then, powder form, and then also incisions. All right, and so with these, you have Akushe, which is the soap form. That's a black soap, but it has things mixed in it, and it has incantations that have been prayed over it, specific incantations that have been prayed over it for it to do the job that it needs to do. So if you need to repel, dark energies from you, that's what the incantations is going to be for. Yes, you have the powder form. The powder form has, been worked with, and it has the incantations prayed into it. And you also put your prayers into it before you take it. And it's just like a little bit you put in your hand, you lick it off your hand, you drink it down with a squig of liquor, OT, and squish it through your whole mouth and swallow it, right? That one becomes tiresome because that means you got to take a squig of OT every single day to get that done. And that should be the first thing that you get done after you brush your teeth or whatever. You also have incisions. I've gotten incisions, and incisions are important. Incisions are a form of protection overall. It's a higher level of protection. Your incisions are based upon what you're doing it for. Whether you are getting incisions for whatever. There's places that the incisions go for everything. I've gotten my overall protection, number 16. What does that mean? 16 odules. I've got my overall protection. I've had my 16 incisions in my head done already. When you go through initiation, you get them everywhere. You get incisions everywhere, and the medicine is put in your body everywhere. That is a higher level of protection that you have. The incisions, that protection lasts for years. Okay? For years and years and years. Within you. That would have to come down in a reading if you are not a devotee, if you are not doing the spiritual work and stuff. It has to come down in a reading for you to be able to get it. You can't go and just say, EI told me about incisions and I think I want some. Yeah, that's no, that's not supposed to be how that works. Okay, being mindful of that. And so the more spiritual work you do, the more versed you become, the more you ascend, the more rituals and things like that you will do. I've been through a lot in my time because it was a lot of work that I was doing that normally you don't start doing until after you're initiated. Don't ask me why. My spirit guides and good old God felt like it was time for me to do some things, or whoever. I don't know who signed me up for it, but they did. Uh, they said I signed myself up before I got here. I don't know. Show me the paperwork. But yeah, you never know what your destiny is and what work you have to do. And yeah, so I had to go through a lot of things prior to. Keeping your home protected is important. That helps repel anything. You start to feel a difference when you have the right akuche and the right protection. The things that normally would be able to bother you, they can't bother you no more. They are repelled. Certain things that you can get will activate itself upon danger approaching. Keeping your home protected is important so that people can't target you. One of the things is, it's a couple things that people target immediately. The first thing that somebody wants to target is your money. It's the first thing they want to go after, your money, especially if you're known, if you got a business, if you look good, any of that, they want to target your money. The second thing they want to target is your relationship. The third thing, basically, if y'all married to the same guy, they gonna go after your kids. It gets treacherous out here, right? When it come down to a man. And generational wealth. It's crazy. So, we move in silence because it's none of your damn business. We move in silence because they can't attack what they don't know. You get it? No matter who it is, that's what they try to attack with it. Because if they already have a fucked up mind, you know, they're going after you. Anybody that I've had to part ways from, working spiritually, or even before I got married, I've let them go with love. That's the craziest shit. They don't like that. Like, man, you talking about you want to fight somebody and send juju at them. Let a person go with love. Oh, it seemed like you sent the whole army to crumple their world. You let them go with love. It shows you, your spirit guides show you that leading with love gets you further than going to war and fighting with people. And people think just because I know how to do certain things that I'm going to be combative and angry, and I'm not that person. And so when they see that, it's like one of the toughest pills to swallow, because, you know, when you start to fight somebody and combat somebody with juju and you have not gotten it approved, and you just going back and forth with somebody, you bringing that on yourself. You bringing that same energy that they tried to bring to you. You've given into it. You've given low vibrational energy the okay to be in your space. You giving it the okay to fuck you over. You giving it the okay to do what you do. So you gonna go the same place they going, because you haven't done it properly. You haven't got the proper approval. We just out here and people know how to do stuff, and you learning how to do these things, and you doing all this juju and wondering why the hell your damn life still so miserable. Come on, man. God don't bless mess. I don't care where you at. It's just not going to happen. So be mindful of that. Lead with a pure heart. Do the work to help you manifest what it is that you need. Do the work to clear out the people that are in your life that should not be. Do the work to bring and attract the people in your life that you need. Do the work to help you ascend and help you grow. Do the work to help you align with your Ori. That's why we were given this amazing energy of juju, to help us and to keep ourselves protected. You can very well protect yourself with juju. There's protection spells that you can do. You know, you can put your soldiers in front of you. Protect me from anything that's being sent into me. You can do that. But to put somebody's physical name on something and point something directly to them, you a bad mamma jamma. And it's a lot of people that think they bad and they not really bad, because you're not ready for the effects that come along with it. And Juju don't necessarily have to be you picking up tools to do it. It could be your thoughts, your intentions, because Juju start with what? Intentions. It start with intentions, baby. So have pure intentions or have no intentions at all. That's what I tell people. Because it can come back to bite you. And you don't need none of that in your life. You also have Ifa charms. We have charms within Ifa that will protect you. All of these things are prepared by someone that does this. Even at, like, I've taken some classes on it, but the big stuff that people may need, no, I'm gonna send you to somebody that actually does Ifa medicine. It's not just readily prepared by anybody, not by any priest, not just by any priest or by any priestess. So keep that in mind. Somebody says, I can get you a charm. Ask them, are you a herbalist? Are you a medicine doctor? Ask questions. Don't let people just tell you anything. I can make accouché. I can make certain forms of accouché, but I still don't even do that. So be mindful, babies, about what you hear, because people are out here all over the internet teaching you how to do things, but they're not teaching you what comes along with it. They're not teaching you how to protect yourself. They're not teaching you to get permission. They're not teaching you any of these things, and you putting your life in position to be in a whirlwind because you're playing with things that you don't know what you're doing. Okay? All right, I see you for week 5. Ashe.